The horrific October 7th attack impacted the entire state of Israel. Numerous families lost their loved ones. Communities were destroyed, dispersed, and uprooted. There are still hundreds of families whose loved ones are declared kidnapped or missing, hundreds of thousands involuntarily displaced, and the war is far from over. No one was prepared for such full-scale trauma, and the traumatic events are still accumulating.
בשבילנו כפר עזה כאן שדה הקרב שלנו עכשיו. זאת המלחמה היומיומית שלנו בלהשתקם משם.
We have built specific programs for the most difficult cases of complex PTSD. So we could have taken these programs of complex PTSD, which are very specific and very precise, and used them to help the 7th of October patients.
Immediately following the Hamas massacre, Lev Hasharon Medical Center received a mandate from the Ministry of Health to take charge of the mental health needs of the entire population of the uprooted communities currently housed in the Sharon region.
Especially after a traumatic event, an early intervention is very important.
Many of them experienced severe terror-related trauma, such as rape, bereavement, and grave physical harm. Families of the abducted, missing, and dead are now refugees who may never return home.
Lev Hasharon came here with a multidisciplinary teams and brought us psychiatrists, psychologists, people who are experienced with addiction, people who are experienced in family supports and couples therapy.
So this multi-trauma has a lot of consequences. Thus, we met people in very complicated situations with post-traumatic symptoms, and also dealing with bereavement, and with a lot of uncertainty regarding their future.
We get a lot of referrals of people who suffer right now from the symptoms of sexual trauma and complex trauma, and they're in huge need for help. They need the treatment immediately. They cannot wait for long. This situation can deteriorate very quickly.
The most difficult cases of complex PTSD are referred to Lev Hasharon as a tertiary center and a national leader in its field.
And we now know that treatment protocols in these severe cases involve not only conventional treatment options, but also newer treatment protocols and technologies that we are specialized in.
With years of experience, Lev Hasharon excels in the treatment of sexual trauma, addictions, resistant depression, advanced technologies, forensic psychiatry, and psychogeriatrics, all of which became most relevant in treating these victims.
We're treating everyday complicated cases of adolescents losing their loved ones and reacting emotionally. And the treatment helps them to cope with suicidal ideation and reduce dramatically suicidal attempts.
In November, we established the Nova Clinic to provide support for the survivors of the Nova Music Festival. This decision came from the realization that a significant number of individuals at the party experience psychological injuries and require appropriate treatment.
As part of the national mission, expanding Lev Hasharon's Trauma Center will enable higher capacity for more Israeli victims to receive their proper treatment after these inconceivable, horrifying events.
We understood immediately that we have a very, very important role for the Israeli society, because the strength of the Israeli society is the strength of its mental health.
While dire times have come upon us, it is feasible for a caring and kind society to heal its wounds and alleviate its pain. Together, we will prevail.